I don't think I know how to slow down anymore. And I don't think you do either. We spend a lot of time online nowadays, and at the end of the day, I don't feel fulfilled. I just feel tired and exhausted, and like I didn't actually do anything. I was just consumed by things. And every time I try to get back into something that's more physical, like hobbies, making things, moving my body, learning something new, I always hit this wall. And my brain says, don't do it. Don't do it unless you can be perfect, unless you can do it the right way, not waste things. I have OCD, so starting something I'm not inherently already good at feels very overwhelming, and slowing down sounds so peaceful. But in practice, it's uncomfortable, it's frustrating, and I don't feel like I'm even good at resting anymore. In this video, I want to talk about how I'm trying to get back into my hobbies and how I'm trying to get back into doing physical activities, how I'm trying to be okay with being imperfect and okay with failure. In this video, I want to talk about why I'm trying to get back into my hobbies and why you should also get into some hobbies. In this video, I want to talk about how amazing hobbies are and how difficult it is to get back into them when you haven't done anything for several years, and why I'm trying even though I'm going to fail at it. I do want to say that being online itself isn't entirely bad. You learn a lot of things from YouTube, from TikTok, from wherever you use social media. I mean, you're on YouTube, so I'm assuming probably YouTube, but like being online, being bad isn't exactly the point. The point is that we are consumed by it all day, every day, and we don't know what to do with our own mind. Any moment of discomfort, of boredom, we pick up our phones and we scroll mindlessly for hours and hours and hours. The brain rot is so appealing when life is falling apart. It's so easy to just let yourself be consumed by these entertainment apps instead of sitting with yourself and doing physical activities. Doom scrolling, it feels like rest. It feels like I'm laying down, I'm on my phone, I'm scrolling, I'm just watching things, I'm not doing anything. It feels like it should be rest, but it's not. It keeps my brain busy, but not satisfied. It keeps it in the state that it was, like it calms your brain down for the moment, but then the second you put it down, life is still there. It hasn't gone away. Hours pass and I realize that I haven't done anything. And then I start stressing about the fact that I haven't done anything because that's stressful. It feels like I'm pausing my life instead of living it, if that makes sense. And the longer I stay in that loop, the worse that my mental health gets. I don't get any better by doom scrolling. In fact, typically I get more depressed the more days in a row that I doom scroll at any point in the day. Even if, like, I typically don't doom scroll the entire day, but if I doom scroll at all for several days in a row, I feel more depressed. I don't feel better. These mega corporations have done everything in their power to make these apps as addicting as possible. They've made it so you don't feel satisfied enough to put it down, but you feel the need to stay. Doing something physical, like crafting or building or organizing, moving your body, requires a commitment that scrolling doesn't have. It's so easy to just pick up a phone and start scrolling. Anyone can do it. Well, anyone with a device that has these social media apps on it can do it. It's easy to start. You just keep going until your brain stops working, and then you feel something. Literally anything. When you have to do something physical, there are so many things that you have to do that you just don't have to do when you're consuming content. Like, you have to start doing it, you have to touch things, you have to own things, you have to make decisions. That's the hardest one, making decisions. You have to be okay with things not being 100% perfect. And another thing is, like, there's digital art out there. There's digital things. I'm not going to sit here and invalidate digital media because that takes a lot of skill. But what I am saying is that I want to get into physical activities outside of a screen, and that there's no undo button for that. And like, my brain, and I'm assuming your brain too, if you're watching this video, can't sit with that. It's very hard. I don't want to say can't, but like, it's very difficult to sit with the idea that there's no undo button. I find myself painting nowadays in thinking, like, I wish I could just undo. I wish I could circle, select, and drag this thing around my painting, but I can't do that. And like, when I painted this, I didn't think about that at all. I didn't think like, oh, I need to undo this. That's not how I was thinking when I painted that. And it turned out so good, and I love it. It's my favorite painting, but there was no undo button when I did it, and I didn't feel the stress that I do today. Scrolling on these social media apps has done nothing but rot my brain and make me uncomfortable with physical reality and having to do physical things. Like I said before, I have OCD. My brain wants things to be in a very particular way and to look a very particular way and feel a very particular way when I'm done with them. I don't like the idea that I could make something and not be a master at it. That like when I get the final product, it's not what I envisioned it to be. I don't like that. I don't like the idea of that. And I'm trying so hard to like override that and be okay with it. There's this constant fear in the background of, I'm going to waste money. I'm going to waste my time. I'm going to waste my energy. I have a chronic illness that makes me have to deal out my energy very efficiently. And if I waste an entire day doing something that turns out in a failure, what even am I? I'm bad at something. I don't want to do it because I'm wasting my time and energy. So what I found that I do is that I end up researching it and planning it and watching other people do it instead of actually doing the activity myself, because that is less energy, it's less time, it's less movement. I don't have to, there's like that like spoon theory that where like you have so many spoons in the day and you're like dealing them out. I use less spoons per se. And in my head, it looks productive. It looks super productive. Like I'm doing so many things. And then there are days where I realize I literally haven't moved. All I've done is sit and watch other people do things. And I haven't actually done anything. It's like I feel my brain is like tricked into thinking that I'm moving around and doing these things, but I don't have anything to show for it. I'm not actually doing anything. I'm just watching somebody make something on YouTube. I'm just watching somebody making something on TikTok. And there's nothing bad about doing that. I'm still gonna watch those videos. I think they're fun and engaging. I love the personalities of the people that do those things. There's nothing wrong with doing that, but I want to do it too. And I do feel like I'm using it as a crutch to not do things. I'm just avoiding doing anything because let's face it, if I don't start something, I can't fail at it, because online I don't have to make choices. I don't have to commit to anything. I don't have to sit with the discomfort of being messy or uncertain, having to pick up after myself, which is hard to do when you have a chronic illness that doesn't allow you to bend down or like move or stand for long periods of time. It's hard to fathom getting things out and having to put them away. So I tend to lean towards not getting anything out. Online I can stop watching at any time that I feel like it's not interesting anymore. I can just disappear from the world. I don't have to be there anymore. And for my little OCD brain, that's comforting, but it also keeps me disconnected from myself. It keeps me disconnected from the world, my family, the people that I love. It keeps me engaged with things that are inherently unproductive. And it wastes my time to be there all day long. It's not productive. I'm not getting anything out of it other than momentary entertainment. And when you think about it, you're like, oh, okay, I'll just start doing the things that I used to do back in like high school, because I'm old now and I've been out of school for a long time. So that was a long time ago. Back when I used to do things without thinking that hard and I wasn't online ever. Really. I was one of those old souls that wanted everything analog, all of my devices I wanted separate. I wanted real books. I wanted like a shuffle iPod, and I wanted like my phone to be separate. It wasn't a touch phone. It was like a flip phone until like they didn't sell flip phones really anymore. And then God, it was like a whole experience. The gist is I was like an old soul back in high school. I didn't really engage with social media or like anything online really. So I was like, this is going to be easy. I'm just going to go back to doing what I used to do. That can be that hard, right? And then I tried to do it and it was really hard. My brain, I like rewrote my brain on accident. My thoughts are so loud and the world is kind of falling apart, and it's not super fun to sit with yourself and have to hear your own thoughts. I find myself even nowadays just like I always have a podcast on or like music or a YouTube video on in the background. I never have just time with myself. I very rarely just turn everything off and just do something in silence. I feel an innate urge to do things properly and efficiently and do it all in one go. Like I feel this urge to like, if I'm gonna do a painting, I'll do it all in one day. Can't fathom re-picking up a painting that I've started and finish it. I can't do it. That's what I keep telling myself. Like I need to do it all at once. I can't just, if I put it down, I'm never gonna pick it up again. That's what I keep like telling myself, to convince myself not to do it, not to start up something that's going to take a lot of time. If I don't check off those boxes of doing it properly, doing it efficiently, doing it all in one go, and rushing, then it just doesn't happen. I have the urge to quit pretty much before it even starts. Just the thought of doing it is so overwhelming. Like the thought of it sitting around and not being finished. It causes me great discomfort. And it's not because I don't enjoy the activity. I very much used to enjoy painting. I mean, I have so many paintings that I love so much that like aren't perfect, but I remember painting them, the memories of painting them, the memories of doing things that I enjoy. I loved doing all of the things. I loved doing digital art. I loved doing physical art. I loved doing pottery and clay work. I like sculpting. I loved embroidery. So like I wanted to learn how to sew. I wanted to learn how to knit. I wanted to learn how to crochet. I wanted to learn how to do everything. I just wanted to do DIY projects around the house, which I don't have a house. I have an apartment. So I can't really do that many DIY projects. And I don't have money to do things anymore, which the only reason I had money before was because I lived at my parents' house. So it's like, if I can't do it efficiently in a short amount of time and do it the right way, I feel like I'm wasting everything. I'm wasting my money, I'm wasting my time, I'm wasting my energy. So I just don't even want to do it. Like I want to do it, but I don't want to do it. I want the end product, but I don't want the time and effort that it takes to get there, the practice it takes to get good at something. I'm trying to let myself be messy. I'm trying to learn things slowly, and it's difficult. YouTube is kind of helping me put things out there, even though they feel not perfect. These things don't come naturally to me. In fact, most art doesn't come naturally to most people. And when I start doing something and it doesn't come naturally to me, it feels wrong. It doesn't feel right. I get this really big pushback of like, it doesn't, like I'm putting pen to paper, but it doesn't look the way that I want it to look, doesn't feel the way that I want it to feel. And I'm having that same thing happen in my weight loss journey, where it's like, I want to go from point A to point B, but I want that to happen instantly. I just want it to happen instantly, but I'm trying to do it in a responsible way, which means 1 to 2 pounds a week, which is usually about 1 a week. And it's very slow. And I've already lost like 50 pounds, but it doesn't feel like an accomplishment because I'm not at the end where I'm supposed to be misfit, healthy, I can do all the things. And it's like, I've done so much progress. And like this weight loss journey has shown me that I can have slow progress, where I used to not be able to get out of bed because of my chronic illness and because I was sick and overweight and tired and exhausted. And now I can like get up and go on walks. I can move. I can bend down sometimes. I can clean. I can work out even now. And I can do a lot of things now that I couldn't do before. And it's like I'm discrediting myself because I'm not at the end. And that's kind of how I feel with all of these hobbies that I'm trying out, is that it feels wrong because I'm not a master yet. It feels wrong because I'm not at the end, but I need to give myself credit where credit is due. And I do feel like I've checked out of the internet mostly. I mean, I'm still online, but I'm not spending my entire day online. I have done things done physical things without other things playing in the background. And I feel like I can move more and do more things, which is why I started my YouTube channel to begin with, because I feel like I can do more things. I feel like even just being offline for the amount of time that I haven't gotten rid of all of it, but I'm still doing stuff online. You can't get rid of the internet, but even just the little bit that I've pulled back, I feel like the world is more solid, that maybe I can slow down my brain and have it find enjoyment with slow things like I used to. I almost feel like I have more of a memory too. Before I felt like I was so forgetful. Now I feel like I'm remembering some things, which is like better than where I was. I feel like memory blindness occurs when I'm on TikTok for too long. It just like erases my whole brain and I forget where I am and what I'm doing. And I feel like being off TikTok 99% of the time has significantly improved my memory and my function, as well as like moving my body and like eating right. Doing things slowly isn't dramatic, and I like dramatic things. So it's difficult to get into it, but I really enjoy doing the things that I'm doing, even if it's not perfect. That's been a really difficult thing to come to terms with, because it doesn't give you straight dopamine. It doesn't feed happiness into my brain. It doesn't let me disconnect and dissociate from the world that is clearly burning outside my window and in my life. It's leaking into my life, just like it's leaking into all of our lives. And it's not something we can ignore. But when I'm on TikTok doom scrolling, I am ignoring it. I'm very clearly ignoring the world when I'm doom scrolling and spending my entire day online in this like alternate reality of things that are very clearly just not real. Progress is progress, even if you're not perfect at it. And what's the saying? It's mastering something takes like 100 or 10, was it 10,000 hours? Is it not 100 hours? Is it 10,000 hours? I think it's 10,000 hours in an activity. How many years is 10,000 hours? One second. So there's 24 hours in a day times 365 days in a year times, I guess, divided by. So it's like 1.1 years. So it takes about 1.1 years, because that's easier for my brain to define whether other than hours. 1.1 years worth of time to master something, to do like doing something to master it. I keep trying to remind myself of that because I don't like the idea of doing something and not being perfect at it. I want to be a master right now. I want to do it and then not waste anything. I want to be okay with starting without being ready to start something. And I want to stop the guilt that I have of ruining something or messing something up or misusing money or time or energy, wasting. I want to stop my guilt of accidentally wasting something. And I want to try and choose to be present over being distracted from my life, because I've really found that some days I barely do anything. And I'm trying to accept that slowing down and doing these physical projects means that I'm also going to need to accept those things and accept the imperfection of it and the inconsistency of it. I really don't think that enjoying life and enjoying doing things requires you to be good at it. I just don't. I don't think that not being good at something and failing at something means that I should give up or that I'm a failure at life. Because I'm truly trying to internalize that. I don't think I need to like rewrite that hobbies are not supposed to feel productive. They're supposed to feel like rest. They're supposed to feel happy, like you're doing something that you enjoy, and not something that I have to do efficiently or perfectly every single time that I do it, or it's a failure or a waste. And right now I'm just trying to be more in my life rather than online. I'm trying to use my hands, which I did lose the ability to use because of my chronic illness. I couldn't use my hands for like 3 years. I had to go to occupational therapy to try and get them back. And I don't want to misuse them anymore. I want to use them. I have them. They are working like 90% of the time now. And I want to use them while I have the ability to. I want to be okay with the imperfection of what physical crafts are. And I want to let things take the time that they take. There's so many YouTubers I watch that paint and do things and it takes them forever to do it. And they're so good at it and it looks so amazing. And I want to be okay with spending the time it takes to actually do something physical. And I want that to feel like enough. And if this video resonates with you, I just want you to know that you're not alone, that at the very least, I'm here with you. And I'm certain that there are other people here with you too. Let me know in the comments if you're with us. And if slowing down feels hard, it feels difficult to you, it's because these mega corporations have made it difficult for you to put down your phone. They've made it addicting, okay? Your computer's addicting, your phone's addicting. These corporations have made even hobbies a corporate experience, and it is difficult to slow down, to be physical, to use what you have. It is difficult. Okay? And what you're doing is a difficult thing, and that's okay. You are enough, we are enough, and you're not doing it wrong. But that's all I have for this video, and let me know if you liked it. Like if you liked it, and comment down below what you think. And if you're here with us, let me know. And subscribe if you aren't already subscribed. I would really appreciate it. And see you next time. Bye-bye.